Bookish friends, welcome to another Turkish shelf video. It's middle grade March and I want to do a special video about a book belonging to one of my favorite childhood series, Nancy Drew series. The name of the book is The Mysterious Mannequin and the book partly takes place in Turkey. I did not know about this book until I searched the net for books that takes place in Turkey or in Istanbul, and I was really surprised to find out about this. That's why I chose it for my Turkish shelf video series, because I'm also reviewing books that are set in or partly set in Turkey, written by foreign authors, and then evaluate the authenticity of those books regarding a Turkish point of view. Carolyn Keene is a writer pen name that was used by many different people, both men and women, over the years. The company that was the creator of Nancy Drew series, the Stratemeyer Syndicate, hired a variety of writers. First author writing under the pen name Carolyn Keene was Mildred Benson, and Mildred wrote 23 of the original 30 Nancy Drew mystery stories, including the first 3. It was her characterization that helped make Nancy an instant hit. Daughter of the owner of the publishing company, Harriet Stratemeyer Adams, wrote most of the series after Mildred quit writing for the syndicate. Then the role of the title of Carolyn Keene passed temporarily to Walter Carey, who wrote 3 novels during the Great Depression. Also, Leslie MacFarlane, James Duncan Lawrence, Nancy Axelrod, Priscilla Dole, Charles Strong, Alma Sase, Wilhelmina Rankin, George Wally Jr. and Margaret Sheharf wrote under the pen name Carolyn Keene. Carolyn Keene is now the author of many Nancy Drew series, and the longest running book series among those is the original Nancy Drew stories, with 175 volumes published from 1930 to 2003. Nancy also appeared in 124 titles in the Nancy Drew files, and then she became the heroine of Nancy Drew Diaries series. Various other series are also written by the pen name Carolyn Keene, such as Nancy Drew Notebooks and Nancy Drew on Campus. So this was a bit different than my usual author sections for Turkish shelf videos. Only Nancy Drew series are written under the pen name of Carolyn Keene. The Mysterious Mannequin is the 47th book in the original Nancy Drew mystery stories. The book was published in 1970 by Grosset and Dunlop Inc. In this story, the strange disappearance of a young Turkish client of Mr. Drew's and the gift of an oriental rug with a coded message woven into its decorative border start Nancy on a difficult search for a missing mannequin. There are many questions involving this mystery. What happened to the attractive figure that Faruk used in the display window of his rug shop? And who is trying to keep Nancy from finding the mannequin? Nancy and her friends Bess, George, Ned, Bert and Dave track down the clues, and then these clues take them to Turkey for finding out the truth about the mannequin. The most important character in the series and in this book is of course Nancy. She's around 18 years old and she's commonly described as having red blonde hair and blue eyes. She's often said to have a timeless look when it comes to her clothes. And she wears more comfortable clothes than fashionable ones. And Nancy has a very good relationship with her father, Carson Drew. Carson is a lawyer who's very proud of his daughter's natural gift to solve mysteries. He often helps Nancy with her detective work and gives her information about the clues to solve the mystery. And many of Nancy's cases come from the clients of Carson Drew. And when Nancy's mother died, the housekeeper, Hannah Green, became the mother figure of Nancy. Especially in this book, helps Nancy a lot for solving this mystery. And Nancy has two very good friends who helps her to solve this mystery. And they are Bess Marvin and George Wayne. They are cousins. Bess is a pretty girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, slightly plump. Among all girls, she's the most flirty one and likes to wear feminine clothing and makeup. George, on the other hand, is an athletic tomboy with a sense of adventures and displays a more dry wit regarding the situations. And lastly, Nancy's boyfriend, Ned Nickerson, is a 20 years old, handsome young man, and he is very athletic with dark brown hair and brown eyes. He is a very good student. In this book, Ned also sells insurance policies during the summer break. When I first started reading Nancy Drew series, I of course liked Nancy the most. But when I read this book, I find that she's unnecessarily brave and also very nosy, I have to admit. But that's what makes the mystery go on, and the books would not be so enjoyable, of course. When I read this book, my favorite character became Carson Drew, actually, because he was the practical one, and he, as I've said in the character description, he helped Nancy a lot with really good practical solutions. And also his love for her daughter is admirable. On the other hand, Bess's character was really like a caricature, and I sort of felt a bit annoyed while reading about her. So those were my views on the characters of the book. And what did I think about the book? I enjoyed the book very much because there were so many wonderful quotes about Turkey, actually, and the fact that it had a very sympathetic view towards Mediterranean people, both Turkish people and Greek people. And I have to admit, I was very pleased with this quote that I'm going to put here. Yeah, we are beautiful. Anyway, all jokes aside, although it followed many cliches, I enjoyed the mystery very much. I sort of guessed the mystery towards the end, but I wasn't really sure. The things that Nancy does seems a bit far-fetched, but it was so funny. The fact that I did not take the book very seriously made me enjoy the book much more. I really had a good laugh while reading this book. At first, I couldn't be sure if it was meant to be taken seriously. Maybe it's the 47th book, and there were many inner jokes about how trouble finds Nancy and how they deal with cops 3 times in a day. It was the inner joke of the book, and I really enjoyed that part. So I thought I was right not to take this book very seriously. But as for the authenticity towards Turkish environment, aside from the sympathetic view, the view towards Turkey at the end of 1960s was sort of accurate. Like today, there were conservative people who likes to dress in the traditional style, and there were modern people who dressed in Western styles, for example. And both of the sections were shown in the book. And although it focused more on the touristic sites of Turkey and Istanbul, the house they visited seemed fairly accurate. Although I was not born in 1970, I know Turkey in 1960s from the memories of my grandparents, my mother, my father, and also from the books and the TV series that I consumed about that time period. Even though I cannot be 100% sure about this aspect, I found the portrayal of Turkey to be fairly accurate. I also liked, I did not feel like it was trying to push a political issue about my country. I thought it was very appropriate for a middle grade mystery book, of course. So overall, I gave the mysterious Mannequin by Carolyn Keene, the 47th book in Nancy Drew mystery series, a 7 out of 10. This was my review of a installment of a very famous middle grade mystery series, which also happened to be my favorite childhood series, which takes place in Turkey. As I've said in the beginning of the video, I did not know about the existence of this book. Because I've enjoyed it immensely, I'm really glad that I read this book. So please comment down below. Did you also read Nancy Drew books when you were children, like I did? Did you know that such a book existed? If you read it as an adult, I really would like to know your opinions about the seriousness of the books. If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye! As for Turkish word of the day, I thought of a very easy word this time. Mannequin means manken in Turkish, and manken is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day!